Hello everyone, welcome to Headlines of the Day. This is 21st of May 2022 and we are back again with some of the major articles from the Indian Express. Let's begin our today's discussion from the very first article on page number 6 from the topic of GS2 international relations. Two bridges built by China in Pangong Tso area occupied illegally, says the Ministry of External Affairs. So from this article, you have to understand how will the second bridge built by China across the Pangong Tso Lake in eastern Ladakh have a bearing on India's security. Secondly, what are the necessary measures that need to be taken to safeguard its sovereignty and territorial integrity? All right, moving further on page number 6, 9, and 10, there are three articles relating to GST. Now, the very first article says that review or repeal Supreme Court ruling on GST. Another article, GST and federalism, and there's another article from the editorial section that says the business of federalism. So, from these articles, you have to know about the Supreme Court's ruling on GST tax. What observations did the Supreme Court make on country's federal structure? How have center and states reacted? Further on, you have to know about Indian federalism, why cooperation between center and states is required, the recent efforts in this direction, and what is the present status of ongoing discords between the center and states over issues ranging from allocation of financial resources to fixing of GST rates and the possible scenario ahead. Moving on page number 7 from GS2 health section, there's an article about monkeypox. So government says keep watch on arrivals from Africa. You have to learn facts related to monkeypox. On page number 8 from GS3 cybersecurity, there's an article technical panel gets more time to submit the final report. So this is in regard to the probe into allegations of Pegasus software use. From this article, you have to know about the latest revelations regarding the Pegasus spyware. What is Pegasus? What was the controversy related to Pegasus snooping? And what do Indian laws outline? All right, moving further on page number 9 from GS2 International Relations, there's an article about Indo-Pacific. So Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, an idea the US is seeking to push among countries of the region. What in it and where does India stand? This is an interesting article. From this, you know about Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, IPEF, what is in it, and where does India stand. All right, moving further on page number 9 itself from GS3 Economy section, there's another article. Why textile and garment industries have sought a ban on cotton exports. From this article, you have to know how much have cotton prices gone up, why have the prices risen so much, why has production fallen so much, how justified is demand for a ban on the exports, and who are the main players in the cotton value chain. Moving on page number 10 from GS2 Polity and Governance, there's an article Wealth of States. So the chief ministers ought to create high-wage jobs rather than borrow money that is due to the future generations. From this article, you have to know about the various structural interventions by the state governments which can create higher wage jobs and its needs, hurdles, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving on page number 10 and 15 from GS2 Polity and Governance, there are two articles. The first one is headlined as Unworkable. So this is about the job scheme that will not offer a long-term solution to urban employment. And it says that safety nets need to better conceived. Another article, EAC PM report independent task may not be taken higher up in the government. From these articles, you have to know what are the key takeaways from the report on the state of inequality in India, the issues and key suggestions, what are several problems with replicating the rural employment guarantee program in urban areas, India's job challenges, and what would be more prudent approach to handle it. Moving on page number 11 from GS1 Society section, there's an article, Nothing Sacred About It. So herein we have another article that talks about marital rape. We have seen this topic quite in news now. So from this article, you have to understand what is the section 375 of Indian Penal Code, what is the history of marital rape law in India, how did the exception on marital rape find its way into the IPC, what were the petitions filed, what is the timeline of hearings in this particular case, how is marital rape treated around the world, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 15 from GS3 Economy section, RBI Surplus Transfer to government falls 69% to a rupee 30,307 crore. So from this article, you have to understand why has the Reserve Bank of India's contribution to government's finances fallen steeply, and what does it mean for our economy. Well, with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of Headlines of the Day, the Indian Express. This is Kritika signing off. I'll see you with more such videos. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.